Miss Percy Smith from Wolverhampton Music Service. This video will look at playing in the upper register of the saxophone from high D to high F sharp, focusing on when to use palm keys and auxiliary keys. We will also start to talk about how to access the altissimo range. As you progress on the saxophone, you will find yourself needing to play increasingly higher notes. The standard range of the saxophone is from low B flat to high F sharp. We are going to start by talking about the top 5 semitones of this range from high D to high F sharp. Later in the video we will mention the altissimo range from high G, one semitone above this, which is a range of notes that can be accessed using special playing techniques and finger combinations. Usually these top 5 notes from high D to high F sharp would be referred to as palm key notes because of the keys we use to play them. I'm going to quickly run through the textbook versions of these fingerings. The palm keys can be found at the top left-hand side of the saxophone, beneath where your palm would usually hover to play notes B, A and G. Although the name of these notes is palm key notes, we don't entirely play them using our palm. For some people it's more comfortable to play these keys using the base of our fingers, just where they join the palm, so that's something you might want to experiment with your teacher. High D uses your octave key and first palm key. For high D sharp or E flat, we add the second palm key to this. For high E, we add the top stack key on the right hand side using our right hand pointing finger. For high F, we add the third palm key to this. And for high F sharp, we add the high F sharp key to this. This key is found just in front of the side B flat key and is played using your right hand fourth finger. You can see from my hand position that the keys are actually touching the base of my fingers like I mentioned before. The most important thing when you're accessing these palm keys for the first time is to check that your hand is in a relaxed position and that your wrist is nice and low, that you can still curve the tips, the pads of your fingers round to reach the touch pieces of the B, A and G keys, in case you need to move your hand to those. If you are new to these finger positions, I would suggest trying them in a series of patterns, for example a chromatic scale. It's important to start slowly with this to encourage your fingers to stay coordinated. Here's a chromatic scale pattern for you to try. You might also want to find a passage out of some familiar music to try these notes in too. You can find examples of high D in repertoire starting at around grade 4 level, right through to high F and F sharp being introduced at grade 7 and 8 levels. In the next part of the video we are going to talk about alternative fingerings which can be used instead of the palm key notes. Using these will set you up for a smoother transition into playing your first altissimo notes. This is because most altissimo notes use keys on the front of the saxophone as opposed to the side like the palm keys. So many players find it easier to connect the two registers together using alternative front fingerings for their top E, F and F sharp. All of these front fingerings involve using the auxiliary key, which is here on the front of the instrument, just above the B key. To work up our chromatic pattern from earlier, this time using the front or auxiliary fingerings, we would do this. High D and D sharp are played as normal. High E is played using the octave key, auxiliary key, plus 2 fingers in the left hand, like playing note G but with the auxiliary key. High F is played by lifting the third finger, as if playing note A but with the auxiliary key. And then to get high F sharp, we add our side B flat key to this. As you become more confident with using these fingerings, you may want to try them in other scale patterns or in your pieces too. As you do this, I would recommend consulting your music teacher about when to use them, as the fingerings respond differently on different saxophones in relation to clarity and tuning. To demonstrate the difference in sound, I'm going to finish by playing 1 octave of an F major scale. The first version is using palm keys, the second is using auxiliary E and F. Can you tell the difference? get started in practicing these notes, here are some patterns that you can try in your own time. Remember to alternate playing them using both palm keys and auxiliary key fingerings. Thank you for watching. Come back again to see the videos we will be releasing to support you at home. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel.